Hi BookTube! I had nothing prepped and edited for today because I've been so busy. So you're going to get that old standby that you don't need to prep or script. You're going to get a book haul. And sorry that it's really late, but as I said, I've been crazy busy. I worked a split shift today. I came home, slept, went back to work, and now I'm doing this. So first off, Moonshadow. So these are all books that I've bought. These are all books that I've bought. Yeah, July, August. Yeah, so this is the infamous $72 comic that I had to have a physical copy of. And it's about this boy, Moonshadow, who is the child of this god orb thing and a hippie, going on intergalactic travels with his furry friend. You can see his furry friend there, Ira, and his cat Frodo. And it is based on a lot of literature. Each new volume opens up with a quote from poetry or from work of classic literature. So it's really quite cool. Yeah, really worth it. Really worth it. And then I'm going to tell you about two books that I'm currently reading. I acquired these both recently and just had to pick them up. This first book in Malazan Book of the Fallen, Gardens of the Moon by Stephen Erickson. And this is about an empire. This book specifically is about an empire that is conquering the last free city. And we get to see both sides and all the characters involved. And there are a lot of characters. But it's really good. It's really good. And then I'm also reading this one. I only picked this up last week. This is The Dishonest Church by Jack Good. And this is about the divide between what he calls popular conservative Christianity and liberal academic Christianity, and the how we can bridge the gap between the two. Yeah. And then I picked this up at the used bookstore, so it's the second book in the Malazan Book of Fallen. I don't know why I'm showing you. It's words. Look at the words on the page. It's 200 pages longer than that one. So they're all huge, but it's the sequel to the other one. Then I have Vineland by Thomas Pynchon. I picked up because it was 50 cents. It was by Thomas Pynchon, and it's about a man who throws himself through plate glass windows once a year in order to collect civility checks. And then I have this one, Tamburlaine Must Die by Louise Welch. And this is about Christopher Marlowe and the days before his death. I'm fascinated with the person of Christopher Marlowe and all the conspiracies around him. So that will be interesting. That's fiction. Then we have Stuart McLean's Dave Cooks the Turkey. And if you're Canadian, I hope you know who Stuart McLean is. If you're not Canadian, you might not know who he is. He is a beloved radio figure and a short story author. And this is one of his most well-loved stories. It's a Christmas story. So I paid $1 for this. If I had bought it new, it would have been $15. But I love his short stories. They're all about the family, David and Marley and their friends. Yeah, nice little short story. And then I got 9 Fox Gambit by Yoon Ha Lee. This is one of those books where all the negative things I heard about it made me want to pick it up. I was like, what? It's really complicated. There's math and hard science and cool, I want to read it. So that's why I picked that up. And then I got Only Revolutions, which can be read this way or this way, by Mark C. Danilewski. And if you look at the pages, it is the same. There's text facing that way, and then there's text facing that way. And it even gives you a recommendation that you should read 8 pages one way, and then flip it, and then read 8 pages the other way. So, yeah. I think this has to do with, like, time travel, and something with Romeo and Juliet. I'm not entirely sure. It's this Mark C. Danilewski experimental writing. I'm there. Then I have Let Me In by John Ajvide Lindquist. Probably butchering that. This is kind of like a vampire story, but about a friendship between two kids. Lonely Boy, and I think the girl's the vampire. I'm not entirely sure, but I know this is like a cult favorite movie, and I really want to read the book. And the benefits of waiting for hype to die down is that you can find really popular books at the thrift store. So I've been really craving just like a thriller, and for me, thrillers don't need to be anything more than just exciting to read. So I know there was some criticism about this, but I decided to pick it up for the price. It was good. The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn, which is about this woman who is unable to venture outside. So she does stuff inside and then spies on her neighbors, and something's going on at the neighbors. So yeah, this just something thrilling that I want to read. And then I finally got a copy of Do Not Say We Have Nothing by Madeline Thien. And I didn't realize this book was this big. I thought it was much shorter, but oh well. She's a Canadian author, and this takes place in Vancouver. It follows a Chinese family. And it also talks about Mao's Cultural Revolution and the Tiananmen Square protests. It's a gripping evocation of the power and trauma of political revolution. Right up my alley there. And lastly, I've been wanting to get into more Asian classics, I guess. So I was lucky and found this. This is The Life of an Amorous Woman and Other Writings by Ihara Saikako, who was alive from 1623 to 1693. And why I really picked it up was because it says he wrote of the lowest class in the Tokugawa world. And so we have a bunch of stories in here. The collections include 5 Women Who Choose Love, The Life of an Amorous Woman, The Eternal Storehouse of Japan, and Reckonings That Carry Men Through the World. So that'll be interesting to delve into. So that's it. Those are the books that I've recently purchased. Let me know if you've read any of these and if you think they should be bumped up on my TBR. And thank you for watching.